Today we'll be looking at mitigation and unmitigation, and I'm going to be doing my best to keep it as simple as I can. Now, let me draw something like this. Just keep your eyes on the screen. Let me say, price. The market created a new level of this nature, and price dropped into this, went up. Okay, wait. Let me take this out and draw something better. Let me take this out and draw something better. Okay, just wait as I delete this. Okay, let's find this way. Let me take this down a bit. Let me say price action did something of this very nature, something fresh. Price action did something like this, went down here, came up here, left this, okay, still stepping to this, and went this way. Now, let me take this. Here we have a break of structure, and likewise here we have a break of structure, and here we have a mitigated zone, and here for this level we have an non-mitigated zone. For this level we have an unmitigated zone. So we are waiting for price action to step into it. So for today we'll be dealing on a mitigation and unmitigated zone. Mitigation and non-mitigation, we have mitigated and unmitigated zone. So what's an unmitigated zone? An unmitigated zone or an untapped zone is a zone that has not been stepped into by price action. Let me take that again. An untapped zone or an unmitigated zone is a zone that has not been stepped into by price action. And what's a mitigated zone or a tapped zone? A mitigated or a tapped zone is a zone that has been stepped into by price action. Now, in addition to that, let me just add this. A zone can be mitigated once, but price action can step into it twice. I will go deeper into this when we'll be dealing on liquidity. So looking at your screen now, you will notice something from this example we gave so far. From the example we gave so far, let's say the price action here, price action around here, made this high. There's a higher high. This is a higher low. The moment the price broke this higher high, which is this level, we had a break of structure, which is a BOS represented here. And the moment we had this BOS here, this level was extended into the future. And since this level was extended into the future, what we have here now, let me change the color. What we have here now is an unmitigated zone. Now, the moment price action stepped into that zone, it becomes mitigated. It becomes tapped. Now, let's go further to the next example. When price created this high, and it retraced into this zone, mitigated it, went further high. The moment the market took away this high, it is referred to as the break of structure. This is a continuation trend. I'll get to break of structure and change of character sometime later. Not on this very chapter. We'll get to that later. Now, when markets took invalidated this high and take it out, we had a BOS, which is a break of structure. Now, the markets having not stepped back into this level or block it's created here, it's called an unmitigated zone. Now, what's the difference? Price has stepped into this block. Remember, this very block here was what we extended into the future, and price action stepped into it around the zone. So the moment price action stepped into it around the zone, it becomes mitigated. Now, when price took out this high, which gave us a break of structure here, so we are waiting for a retracement into this block or this zone here that was further extended into the future. And since price has not stepped into this zone that was further extended into the future, what we have here now is an unmitigated zone, meaning that price action has not stepped into it. Now, let's go furthermore and look at something of this nature. Look at this now. Here, let me take this. Let me say, watch this level. This is a zone, is a block. So it's a level. Anything you want to call it is another block. It's a zone. And looking at it, this is a demand zone. We had an impulsive buying here. And this is the candle before the inefficient push. Here we have an imbalance. So this is the candle before the inefficient push. And this zone is containing a degree of imbalance. So what do we do and what do we expect? We're going to extend this very candle level, the high and low, extend it into the future. The open and the close. We mostly pay attention to the open and the close. But it will equally be fine if you can extend inclusively the high and the low. Include the high and the low to the future. So having done that, extended this to the future, we should be waiting for price action to retrace into this level. Why do we consider this level more valid? Because it has imbalance. It gave an impulsive move to the upside, and contained in that impulsive move is an inefficient price action. So now take a look at this. Since this is a fresh zone, price has not stepped into this zone or this level. It is referred to as unmitigated. But the moment we get price action to step into this zone is automatically declared mitigated. Since price action has stepped into it, it is now mitigated and no more unmitigated. It is no more a fresh zone. The moment price action steps into it, what does it do? It picks up every order that was left behind. Okay, that being said, and in addition to that, before we look at this side of the chart, now the same thing is applicable even when the chart is inversed. The same thing is applicable. If you watch this, and when extended into the future, we'll make reference to this as a zone, and when price action has stepped into it, it is declared mitigated. And when price action has not stepped into it, just like what we have here, it is declared unmitigated. So if the moment price action, let me say, move this way, stepped into this very level here. Oh, that's too poor. Let me take away this drawing. It looks funny. The moment price action steps into this very level, it is declared mitigated. So, but when price action has not stepped into it, it is declared unmitigated. I'm repeating myself to help us sink these very concepts to heart. So that being said, the something is applicable whether it is in the buying scenario or in the selling scenario. So for now, let's quickly look at price action furthermore. Now this is a chart example. You see something here. We had those crazy buying impulse here. The moment price action steps into it, it is declared mitigated. Watch. Okay, let me do it this way. Watch this. As price action stepped into it, it is declared mitigated. This is an inefficient push to the upside. Price action steps into it, it is declared mitigated. Watch this. This is an inefficient push to the upside. This is an imbalance. So imbalance and inefficiency, that does something. As price action stepped into it, it is declared mitigated. And the something is applicable. You see this move here, extended into the future. Price action stepped into it and give us a change of character. We're going to deal on change of character still in this series. So just keep it on. Price action stepped into it, it is declared mitigated. And we had a change of character here. Furthermore. So I think I've done my best by doing justice to mitigation and unmitigation in terms of zone. Now, in addition to that, take note of what I'm about to say now. In a mitigated zone, stop loss should be placed before it. Let me explain this further. This is a buying scenario, and having same price mitigate this level, what do we do? If we wanted to buy this level, now let me get if we were interested, okay, I invest my chart, that's why. Okay, yeah, let me take this out. Okay, in a buying scenario of this nature, wait, let me know. Okay, it's right now. Let me take this. If we had let me say a buying scenario here now, and or a selling scenario, let me use this one now for example first. If we had a selling scenario and sellers are in control or in charge, and then we'll notice that within that sell setup that a zone has been mitigated, the best practice is your stop loss should be placed before a mitigated zone. Now, take a look at what I'm about to do here. This zone has been mitigated. This zone here has been mitigated by price action here. So you place your stop loss behind. Your stop loss level should be above it. Not minding wherever you are entering from, it's safer to place your stop loss behind it. Now, if you were to be buying, for example, let me say, if you were to be buying this level here, the stop loss is quite massive. We don't use that; it's too massive. When we get to refinement. This is just for the sake of example. When we go to refinement, we'll have to discuss all this in depth, how to get to use smaller stop losses. So take for example, if you are taking an entry in a mitigated zone, make sure your stop loss, if you are buying, let me say in the buying scenario, is before the high and the low of the mitigated zone. But I will go a bit further in this when we start dealing on refinements. So I don't want to actually hit you with so many knowledge. I don't want to get you confused. When we touch on refinements, you understand that better. Now, take profits should be placed before an unmitigated zone. Yes. If you are buying from this, if you are selling from this level now, you ask yourself which zone has been mitigated and has not been mitigated. If you are in a mitigated zone, you place your stop loss behind it and you target the next unmitigated zone by price action. We'll get to that. And if you are in an unmitigated zone, wait for price action to do what we call a change of character. We'll still get into that. When a change of character has been done, you target a fresh zone for just the sake of profit taking. So that being said, just take to heart mitigation, the concept of mitigation that we've discussed so far, on tapped zones and tapped zones. When it comes to refinement, change of character and so on, and profit taking with reference to mitigated and non-mitigated zones, stop loss placements with reference to mitigated and non-mitigated zone. We'll get to that furthermore in the future. Thank you.